Science claims that this is the evolution of mankind. While I do not agree with science, I do believe that humanity has evolved from the beginning. The Bible states that man was created in the image and likeness of God. It is written that God is spirit, therefore it can be concluded that mankind is a spirit that is contained in a physical body that was formed from the dust. The original man only knew to do good because God is good. Then man ate from the tree of knowledge and became one who, like God, knew good and evil. Now God is light, and there is no darkness in him, but he is all-knowing, therefore he knows the nature of good and evil. The harm in mankind knowing good and evil is that he is influenceable when God is not. It is recorded by Malachi that God said, "I am the Lord, I change not." When man's eyes were opened to good and evil, instead of being influenced only to do good, he was influenced by the kingdom of darkness to commit evil. Genesis records that man chose evil continually. Mankind began to increase in numbers and civilizations were built. Civilization produced not only civilized men governed by laws, but also mighty men who would rule over other men. It was never God's intention for man to rule over man. Notice in Genesis that God gave Adam authority over the animals, but not other men. Sin reigning over man made it necessary for God to use men to keep other men in check. Apostle Paul writes in Romans 13, "The one in authority is God's servant for your good. But if you do wrong, be afraid, for rulers do not bear the sword for no reason. They are God's servants, agents of wrath to bring punishment on the wrongdoer." While God states that the one in authority is his servant, this does not mean that he is a godly servant. The biblical figure Nimrod, whose name means rebel, is a good explanation of men who evolved to be evil rulers, conquerors, and tyrants. Cush was the father of Nimrod, who became a mighty warrior on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. That is why it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. The first centers of his kingdom were Babylon, Uruk, Akkad, and Calneh in Shinar. From that land he went to Assyria, where he built Nineveh, Rehoboth, Calah, and Resen, which is between Nineveh and Calah, which is the great city. Nimrod was a rebel and attempted to build a tower that reached the heavens. The Bible states that the people wanted to make a name for themselves, but there is a clue in Isaiah that Nimrod may have been influenced by evil because he set out to do what Lucifer, the enemy of God, had thought to do. Lucifer, son of the morning, how you are cut down to the ground, you who weakened the nations. For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will also sit on the mount of the congregation, on the farthest side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Only man who was formed from the earth or born of a woman have authority on earth. A spirit can only commit evil through a surrendered human being. Ephesians 6:12 states that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in heavenly places. Humanity has evolved to become dwellings for evil spirits, but this does not have to be his final state. A person has to accept that there is no God but God, and that they are a sinner in the eyes of God. And they can be born again when they accept the free gift of salvation made possible by the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. At their confession, God places his spirit in their hearts to teach and guide them to live in love, light, and the truth. For those who are led by the Spirit of God are the sons of God. It is appointed for all men to die once, but the wicked will be raised and judged for all the sins they have committed and cast into the lake of fire with their father, the devil. Those who have been transformed into the image and likeness of Jesus Christ will be resurrected and granted life in his eternal kingdom.